Shalom. Salakia. Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well and have the absolute 144% truth and peace, love, and citations and safety to the hopeful elect. I want to get into this lesson about leprosy, okay, and what leprosy is according to the scriptures. All right, and leprosy, all right, it's not a disease where it eats at your, eats your flesh away or something like that, eats your skin away. No, it's being a white person, man. White people, the white nation, the Edomites, they have leprosy, man. Okay, they're a curse upon the earth. All right, the curse of Cain. All right, that was leprosy, man. He had that curse of Cain. All right, he had that curse of leprosy. All right, the Lord took his pigment away. All right, and it translated all the way to Esau. All right, Esau's a reincarnation of Cain. All right, and what does Esau mean? The so-called white man. What does Esau mean? His name means, his name translates to Ashashua, which means wasted away is he. All right, what is wasted away? All right, what about him is wasted away? His pigment, man. Okay, his melanin. All right. All right. This is Exodus. Let me get that first. Slakia. This is Genesis 25:25, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. All right. He was hairy. All right, and red. All right. His hair was like a ginger, man. So these people, redheads. All right. If you ever seen a hairy white person, man, all right, just imagine a hairy white person, but he was a redhead. Okay. That's your forefather, man. That's what you so-called white people, your forefather, look like. All right. Not all white people look like that. Not all white people have red hair and are hairy. All right. There's some white people, like the Spaniards, the French, they have black hair. All right. And they're not as hairy. All right. But they're still Edomites. They're still forefathers of Esau. All right. They're still devils, man. Demons. Okay. They're still the Edomites, the so-called white people. All right. The English, they got blonde hair. All right. Germans got blonde hair. The Ashkenazis, the Amalekites, Amalek, they got black hair. Their hair is a little bit more curly. I think they curl their sideburns on purpose to make themselves feel like they're Jake, but they're not. But yeah, man, those are the so-called Edomites. They're all devils, man. Okay. Genesis 25:25 again. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. All right. Exodus 4:6. All right, I'm going into leprosy. All right. And the Lord said furthermore unto him, put now thine hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow. Give me 1 second. I'm going to start at 4. And the Lord said unto Moses, put forth thine hand, and take it by the tail. And he put forth his hand, and caught it, and it became a rod in his hand. Verse 5, that they may believe that the Lord Yahweh of their fathers, the God of Abraham, and the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, not Esau, not Elam, not Ishmael, okay, etc., but the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, those seed lines through the male. All right, not the woman. All right, like these Amalekites like to say, my seed line is through my mother. Faggot, it's like you beta male, feminine man. The scriptures say your seed line goes through your father. All right. The Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the chosen people of the Lord, their seed line goes through Abraham, through Isaac, and through Jacob. Okay? That royal seed line. All right? And you white people, your seed line comes from Esau. All right? Now, I'm not going to go into his seed line, which is in the scriptures, and you can get edified on the seed line of the demon seed, the devil, all right? The Edomite seed, all right? But furthermore, verse 6, this is the point. And the Lord said, furthermore, unto him, put now thine hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom. And when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as what? As snow. All right, what color is snow, man? All right, it's light, it's white. All right, void of pigment. All right, I'm not talking about like the actual snow, but you know what I'm talking about. Proving that you so-called white people are the Edomites. You guys have leprosy. All right. All right. Another one. Numbers 12 and 10. I like to get I'm gonna start at 9. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed, and the cloud departed from off the tabernacle. And behold, Miriam became leprous leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. All right, proven once again, leprosy is a disease, is a curse. All right, from Yahweh Shah, taking your pigment away. All right, proving that when the Lord gives you leprosy, all right, he wastes. All right, he takes away your pigment. All right, that's why Esau means wasted away is he. All right, that's all for a reason. All right, proving that Esau has leprosy, and Cain was cursed with leprosy, and it moved down to Esau and unto you so-called white people, man. To this day, you guys have leprosy, and leprosy is being a white person, man. Void of pigment, and it's a curse, okay? And you could believe that or not, all right? It does not matter, all right? All right. And what brought me to speak about this topic was I was at work, and obviously we all have some Edomites working with us. Not all of us, but yeah. I don't know if he's an Edomite or not, but he had some light skin. He looked like an Edomite through the flesh, but probably not through the spirit or through his seed. But he was void of very void of much pigment, and we were talking about leprosy, right? The topic of leprosy, and he was like, I told him what leprosy is, all right, and he's like, no, actually, leprosy is, because he's a pretty nerdy dude. We joke around a lot at work, He's a pretty cool Edomite if he is one, and we like to buck heads. With through scriptures and science and all, BS like that. Not BS, but you know what I'm talking about. But we bump heads, But it's all like friendly stuff. Like I don't really get into it with him, and he doesn't really get into it with me. We joke around, and sometimes we're serious, sometimes we're not. But I like to bring out the scriptures. He likes to prove things through science and worldly knowledge, and But at the end of the day, we're cool. But we were talking about leprosy, and I told him, and he told me leprosy is a disease. How Esau says what leprosy is. All right, the so-called white man, what he says leprosy is. All right, that disease where it eats away from your flesh, your skin. which that's a totally different other disease. All right, that's something else. According to the scriptures, according to what Yahweh Bashim Yahushua said, all right, through His word, leprosy is a curse, a void of pigment. All right, these so-called white people got leprosy. All right, and I told them, not in that manner. I told him, I was like, man, actually, leprosy. Actually, man, you got leprosy, man. He's like, no, I don't, man. He's all confused. I'm like, see, look at you. Look at your arm when I touch it. You know how when you touch a white person's arm, an Edomite's arm, you see the red marks. I was like, look, man, I could write my name on your arm. And I was like, man, I'm just joking with you, man. But really, that's what leprosy is, man. All right. He was all confused, but yeah, man, that's what sparked this topic. Okay. And I just wanted to bring it out, what the scriptures say about leprosy, and who has leprosy in the scriptures, and who has leprosy to this day. Okay. Let me see. I didn't want to get this. This is Genesis 4:15. And the Lord said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain. All right, what is that mark? Leprosy. Lest any finding him should kill him. Okay. So the Lord differentiated Cain with this mark, and that mark was leprosy. All right, proven through Esau. All right, which is the reincarnation of Cain. Okay. All right, this is verse 11 in that same chapter. Start at 10. And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth out unto me from the ground. All right, because we all know what Cain did. All right, he slain Abel. Verse 11. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. All right, proving that leprosy is a curse. Okay. I'm going to read all the way to 15. Verse 12. And thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. All right. And to this day, Esau is tilling the ground, not following the land Sabbaths. All right, not following how do you say it? The laws of the Lord, of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and the earth isn't yielding its full strength. All right, Esau has to use GMOs to get big fruits. All right, fruits and vegetables. All right, people aren't growing as tall and as strong and as big and as healthy and as living as long as they used to in the ancient days. All right, why? Because Esau's cursed, man. He's a curse of the earth. All right, not following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. And this is what happens, man. The earth shall not yield her strength. It says, and a fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. All right, Esau's a fugitive, man. He's the actual the fugitive of all these nations, man. All right, and a vagabond. All right, someone who goes place to place. All right, Esau's always in a different land, messing with other nations, man. Bombing other nations. All right, setting up coups and messing with the way of living. All right, via South America, Venezuela, Colombia, Argentina. I bring out Argentina because England had a war with Argentina. Venezuela's all messed up. All right, South America used to be a rich continent, man, full of Northern Kingdom jakes, man. All right, living in paradise. Until Esau came down and started, being the devil that he is. Verse 13, Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. All right. behold, verse 14, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, and it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. Okay? And that day's going to come. All right? Through the return of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Leviticus 13:9. When the plague of leprosy is in a man, then he shall be brought unto the priest. Okay? Verse 10, and the priest shall see him, and behold, if the rising be white in the skin, and it have turned the hair white, and there be quick raw flesh in the rising. Okay? What does it sound like? All right, losing pigment. Okay? All right, when you touch a so-called white person's arm or their flesh, all right, you see their blood blushing, man. All right, when a white person, so-called white person, an Edomite, all right, when they're embarrassed, all right, or when they're lifting something real heavy, all right, what happens to their face? All right, their face blushes. You can see their flesh through their skin. All right, that's why it says. That's why it says, and it have turned the hair white, all right, being blonde or just white in general, and there be quick raw flesh in the rising. Okay, what does that sound like? An Edomite, a white person. Okay, seeing their flesh through their skin. All right, they're not white, they're see-through, man. All right, they're translucent, void of pigment. Okay, why is it using white in the skin? Why is it referencing white for the skin color? All right, because it looks white, but it's not white. All right, these people aren't white. White means pure. All right, the Edomite, the devil, there's nothing pure about him. Okay. Verse 11, the last verse. It is an old leprosy in the skin of his flesh, and the priest shall pronounce him unclean and shall not shut him up, for he is unclean. All right, you white people are unclean, man. You Edomites are unclean, according to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right, I pray that this was edifying to the hopeful elect. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Bashem Harakakadash, DTA, Bible Ball. Until next time, Shalom.